Lady Diana, a life remembered. Diana was born on July 1, 1961, in Sandringham, England. She was the youngest daughter of John Spencer and Frances Roche. The Spencers were a noble family, which meant that Diana grew up in big houses and had the title, Lady. As a young girl, Diana went to boarding schools. She loved music and dancing. She was also very good at sports, especially swimming. After finishing school, she worked in London as a kindergarten teacher. In 1981, the world watched Diana marry Prince Charles, the heir to the British throne. The wedding was like a fairy tale. Diana looked beautiful in a long white dress with a train that seemed to go on forever. She became the Princess of Wales. Diana and Charles had 2 sons, William and Harry. Diana was a loving mother. She tried to give her sons a normal life, even though they were princes. This was very different from the way royal children had been raised before. People all over the world loved Diana. She had a warm heart and often helped people in need. She worked with many charities. One of her most famous causes was helping people with AIDS. In the 1980s, many people were afraid of AIDS patients. But Diana wasn't. She hugged them and held their hands. This showed the world that they didn't need to be afraid. Diana also worked to get rid of landmines. These are bombs hidden in the ground. Many people, especially children, get hurt or die because of them. Diana wanted to make the world safer. But Diana's life was not always easy. She and Prince Charles had problems in their marriage. The whole world talked about it. In 1996, they got divorced. This was a hard time for Diana. But she always tried to stay strong for her sons. Tragically, on August 31, 1997, Diana died in a car crash in Paris. She was only 36 years old. The whole world was in shock. Many people cried and left flowers outside her home in London. Today, many people still remember Diana. She left a big mark on the world. Her sons, William and Harry, work hard to keep her memory alive. They continue her charity work and often talk about the lessons she taught them. In conclusion, Lady Diana was more than just a princess. She was a mother, a humanitarian, and an icon. Her legacy of love, kindness, and bravery will never be forgotten. Besides her global charity work, Diana had a great sense of style. She became a fashion icon. Many people admired her for her elegant and modern clothes. Designers from all over the world wanted her to wear their creations. Every time she appeared in public, people wanted to see what she was wearing. Magazines and newspapers always featured her latest outfits. Her style was often described as royal but relatable, meaning people could see themselves wearing something similar. Diana's personal life often made headlines. After her divorce, she dated a few men, but her relationship with Dodi Fayed, an Egyptian film producer, was the most talked about. They were seen together on holidays, and their relationship was widely covered in the media. Being in the public eye wasn't always easy for Diana. The press followed her everywhere. They wanted to know everything about her life. Sometimes, they went too far. Diana often felt that she had no privacy. She once said, "Every move I made was watched and reported on." Despite this, Diana kept her grace. She always took time to speak to people and listen to their stories. On many occasions, she would visit hospitals unannounced, just to comfort those who were sick. She had a special way of connecting with people, making them feel heard and cared for. Her relationship with the media was complex. While she often felt hounded by the paparazzi, she also understood the power of media. She used it to shine a light on important issues, such as mental health. Diana was one of the first high-profile figures to talk openly about her struggles with depression and bulimia. By doing this, she helped reduce the stigma around mental health problems. One of the ways Diana tried to protect her sons was by teaching them about the world outside the palace walls. She took them to amusement parks, fast food restaurants, and even homeless shelters. She wanted him to understand that not everyone lived like they did. She believed it was essential for them to see the real world and learn compassion. Her sudden death was a turning point in how the British royal family related to the public. The enormous outpouring of grief and love for Diana made the royals realize how much she meant to people everywhere. Her death also led to changes in how the paparazzi worked, with new laws and guidelines to protect people's privacy. In the years since her death, many documentaries, movies, and books have been made about Diana's life. Her story continues to inspire many. Her commitment to making the world a better place, her compassion for those in need, and her enduring legacy as a loving mother and humanitarian are remembered and celebrated. Today, as Prince William and Prince Harry continue their royal duties, Diana's influence is evident. They carry forward her legacy, not only through their charitable endeavors, but also in the way they approach their roles, with empathy, openness, and a deep commitment to serving the public.